Uhlmann reporting for KD Chats here at Technicolor in downtown Toronto with writer-director Johnny Ma. How does it feel to have your film, The Genius from Quintino, in the Toronto International Film Festival?
Yeah, it's really great. You know, it's my second time here in a row. So, and this time I have a film in the festival. So it's really, you know, I think Toronto is the biggest platform for any filmmaker, and for Canadian filmmakers is a great opportunity just to meet, you know, to really be in the industry and get a taste of it. So,
what did you do when you found out the news?
I called my mom, you know, so it was really nice. And then I called my actors who were in Brazil. You know, they're non-professional actors, so they were very excited. And we actually are screening in Brazil soon as well. So, you know, there's going to be a big party there, I think. So.
What was the best part about shooting in Brazil?
The people. It was just, you know, it was a process. You know, we didn't know if anything was going to happen, if we were going to have a film, and to be able to, you know, to get the whole community together, it was quite an amazing experience. So, I mean, there was a lot of stories and a lot of laughs. They threw us this huge party at the end of the shoot, and it was just, you know, you felt like you were flying on air. It was just really, really great, you know.
What was the inspiration for this story?
It's really the person. You know, the way I worked and the way I hope to be working in the future is through real people with non-professional actors. So I would try to approach a world or a community, and I try to meet people from there. And this person that I met, you know, the first thing I noticed from him was his hair. It was just so crazy. It was wild, you know. And he told me his story, and I could feel that there was something, you know, there's something missing in his life that potentially could be told through a narrative film. So I wrote the script for him, and when he wrote it, you know, he told me he would love to do it. And then the whole community just got involved. It was just really, you know, it was the easiest film I've ever made, and also the toughest film.
Did you run into any difficulties on set?
Yeah, I mean, we were shooting in a pretty crazy neighborhood in Brazil. Usually, it's a landscape that people don't really see, because usually, you know, you see the violence of favela and things like that. And this is in the suburb, even though there's still violence in the area. For example, I mean, I'm a Chinese guy in this Brazilian neighborhood, and I'm trying to, you know, keep the sound low, even though it's a Sunday and Brazil's playing a football game and there's a party in the area. So I think I shushed a woman, and she ran onto set, you know, yelling at me, you know, who's this Chinaman, you know, my community, you know, things like that. So I remember I couldn't understand anything she was saying. I got down on my knees, you know, begged her, and she was still yelling, and I just picked her up from her ankle and I kissed her on the lips. And then my crew, you know, they thought that I was gonna die, because, you know, you don't do this in this area, you know. So sooner or later, afterwards, her husband came onto set with a gun, you know. So you know, he was an ex-militia, we found out, and everybody was very nervous. He came to me and he said, where's the China guy that kissed my wife? And I said, that's me. So what are we gonna do about this? You know, and I was still thinking about my film, so I looked over to my girlfriend. I said, that's my girlfriend, you can kiss her. And then, you know, after that we're friends. You know, we got pictures taken with them and the gun and stuff like that. It was crazy. So.
Did he kiss your girlfriend?
No. It was, you know, he was joking. You know, like these guys, they play by different rules over there. It's really, you know, we were nervous, you know, like, but we knew that when that happened, the best thing we could do was just to buy them beers, and everything was settled. You know, in the end, it was, you know, they came to our party afterwards, and we knew that, you know, we were on friendly terms. You know.
What is at the heart of your story?
It's about family. I think it's about somebody's, you know, it's about somebody's dream. This story is a really, it's about somebody who's missing something in his life. So, and this guy, when we found him, he was, you know, there was a reason. I mean, he lived in a very north part of Rio. People don't go there, and every day or every week he would travel down to, like, really far just to take this amateur acting class. And, you know, there was a reason why he was doing this. So, so I really, I mean, to me, it's just really, this is community. I mean, I wanted to find something quite real in his face, and also in that area.
And how do you expect audiences to respond to the film?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's quite. I mean, when I made it, you know, because I'm under no you know, illusion that I'm an outsider trying to shoot a film in Brazil, so it's probably a little ridiculous. So all I tried to do then was, my audience was the people of that community. So it's amazing that we have a platform here in Toronto to show this. So it's a very small story. So I hope they're touched by it, because the heart of it is a universal story about a man who's trying to find out who he really is. So.
What types of projects do you hope to develop in the future?
Yeah, I hope. I mean, I really like this experience. So I'm in shooting in China right now. So, and we're doing the same thing. It drives my producer crazy because I don't have a script. But I'm all I'm doing is traveling around and meeting people. I've been living with a watermelon farmer for about 3 weeks, and then also with these boat people in south of China for a couple weeks. And I just find that when I meet them, and I can't, after meeting them, I don't want to bring actors from Beijing or Shanghai to work on this. I want them to do it. So whether or not it will work or not, it's all just a process, I think.
What are the advantages to working with real people?
Well, also it's just they give you things. They give you things like little elements. I mean, that if you write it, it'll feel contrived. But when it happened to them, you can see in their face. So, they just and you use their everything around them. So, we need I didn't have to write that this guy works in a garage. He worked in a garage, so. So we went to his boss and said if it was okay to shoot in his garage, and it was fine. And his mother, he has a mother, and of course we just used his mother, and it was just that, and everything.
And where's the best place to find out more information on you and on your projects online?
Yeah, I have a website. It's www.johnnymaktubefilms.com, and then hopefully, next couple of years, we'll be at Sundance Directors Lab and Screenwriters Labs, and moving up, slowly. So, a feature film will be coming on the way. Hush hush on that, but we'll, I think we'll do okay. Yeah.
Well, congratulations and best of luck, and thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you. And thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats here at Technicolor in downtown Toronto.